Hey everyone, this is the ShutInBakas. My name is Chris. Today we are going to be talking about Biyori, or Biyori. I'm not sure how you meant to say it, but this show is exactly what I needed right now. So I've been watching this over the past week or so since my last Sotsu episode, which was 14. And essentially, this saved my mental sanity to an extent. I need to preface this. If you guys are ever having rough days, or if you guys are having issues, it's alright to acknowledge that. You don't have to keep it bubbled up. Because I personally deal with it quite a lot myself, and I'm here to talk about it if anyone needs to. But, that aside, Biyori is therapeutic to a large extent. If you are feeling down, watch this show. It is just nothing but pure cute fun. Now, I know that's not everybody's cup of tea, per se. Not everyone likes the whole cutesy comedy, slice-of-life stuff, but this one just kind of warmed my heart. And it was therapeutic for me. Now, I'm not saying this is going to fix all of your issues, but it'll make it worthwhile, you know? It'll make you feel better. And it certainly has for me. So, it's basically the show about a girl moving to the countryside from Tokyo, and she's going to a school where there's a total of 5 students, including her. And there's the teacher that's very lazy and is actually the sister of one of the students. And it's all just very, I don't know, I guess you would say, country bumpkin-esque. And all of the girls in the town are trying to pretend like they're hip and cool with the trends, even though they aren't. They don't know what's going on. One of the girls buys a CD player, and one of them comes up to her and says, "Oh, why didn't you buy an MP3 player?" And she says, "MP3? What's that? Some sort of magic attack in a video game?" Yeah, so it's just kind of fun stuff. They have references here and there. They have games like they'll be playing on an SNES, and they'll be like, "Why you only play on such old consoles?" And they say, "Well, we only have them because they were my dad's," and stuff like that. It's just realistic and cute stuff. The main characters are all very, not interesting, cute. They're very fun to be around. You've got the main character, which is the nickname Hotaran, and she's just, I don't know, she's not generic. She's not a generic main character, and I like that. She's kind of crazy idiot. And you've also got Rengi, which is the character everybody knows from the show, which is basically just spastic child incarnate, but she's not like, what would you call it? She's not the overly loud and annoying type. She's the one that has the most bizarre ideas. You got Komari, which is the older sister archetype, but she's really tiny, so that's funny. And you got Natsumi, which is the tomboy. So, yeah, you've got a good cast of characters, along with some supporting, which are they all kind of add something. Honestly, my favourite is obviously Suguru, which is the one male character in this entire show. Well, aside from probably the dads, but they hardly ever show up. But Suguru is the most acknowledged male character, and he gets almost no screen time because he is listless. He doesn't even show up, even though he is there. Like, the common joke is, he'll be there, but we won't notice he's there until the camera pans out. Like, he's been there the entire time, and we haven't noticed because he's just not important. And it's just the joke, because he's a funny guy, because he just doesn't talk. He hasn't said a single word. As you can see on the screen right now, he hasn't had a single voice actor, because he doesn't say anything. And that kind of adds to his character, in a sense. But anyway, this is just a fantastic show. It's obviously an adaptation of the manga. I've currently watched the first season's OVA, which is about them getting ready to go to Okinawa. And yeah, the Okinawa OVA was alright. I was wondering why they cut it off so soon, but that's because I looked ahead, and the movie is actually them going to Okinawa. And I'm not actually sure if that's canon, probably is, but yeah. Also, weird part, I'm halfway into onto Repeat. That's the second season. Although it's a bit confusing because the first 2 episodes are like a prologue to the first season, where you've got life before Hotaran was there, and then you've got the second episode being I guess, you know, Hotaru going, like, moving into the town. And then everything from there is kind of like unseen parts of the first season. So it's technically not a sequel, it's like side story-esque. But you're getting more out of it regardless. It's more of the same fun of the first season, so you don't have to worry about that too much. You'll enjoy it regardless if you enjoyed the first season. And, of course, to knock it off, you've got a third season, which actually just came out this year, which is very strange. The release cycle has been very weird with this show. I think this first season came out in 2013. And then the OVA came out in 2014. The second season came out in 2015. The movie came out in 2018, and now the third season has come out in 2021. So, obviously, this series is starved, like, in between for content. It's an interesting thing. I'm very confused as to why they take so long to make these. Maybe it's because they've gotten to the point where they're ahead of the manga, which the manga has stopped, by the way. It's finished. It's done. We're not getting any more non-Biyori, so as soon as we get that final season, it's over. We're done with non-Biyori, and that'll be a sad day for the entire anime industry. Anyway, it's starting to ramble. So this is honestly one of my favorite slice-of-life animes. Or anime. I know there's like the whole thing of is it animes or anime, you know, just go with whatever you like. It doesn't bother me in the slightest, honestly. So I recommend you watch this if you're just wanting some light-hearted fun and not wanting anything plot-heavy. It's perfect if you're wanting to just sit back and relax. The only... I won't even call it a criticism because I don't really see it as one, but something to keep in mind is there's no dub for this show, because the dub would be very hard to make, and I think it would be very niche. I think that's the reason why there's no dub. It would be a very niche product that no one would watch, even though I'm almost certain there are more niche shows that have dubs out there. But the amount of references in non-Biyori to Japanese culture really does make it hard to, like, translate that into a natural way. And that's why I was so surprised when they dubbed Nichijou, which was just full of Japanese culture references. And I haven't watched the dub, I've seen clips of it, and sure, the jokes where, like, the Japanese culture isn't in it are funny still. I'm not sure how they would go about implementing it in that sense, because people in America would go, okay, what the hell did they just say? I'm watching an English dub, but what the heck did they just say? That sort of thing. It's kind of a weird balance, like, to get. So I think just watching the subtitled version is perfectly fine, and I really like the subbed version because all the voices are indistinguished. So you can actually, or distinguished, actually, yeah, distinguished, that's the word, not indistinguished. They're all distinguished. You can tell which character is which, even if they're not on screen, just by their voice. So, yeah, and the cast of characters isn't very large, so you don't have to remember a whole lot of things. And, of course, there's almost no plot, so you don't even need to remember that. You just have to watch them have fun in the middle of nowhere and pass the days. That's all. Anyway, end result is favourite, probably one of my favourites, really up there with my favourites of Slice of Life. I totally recommend everyone go give it a go at least. You can watch it on HiDive and Crunchyroll. HiDive, I would say you go watch it on HiDive because we need to support them as much as we can, and they have it all, including the movie, which I don't think Crunchyroll has the movie, but HiDive does, so keep that in mind. The OVAs, they don't have. I had to go to interesting sources to get those, but yeah, overall, watch it. It's good. As you can tell by my 9 out of 10 on my anime list. So, anyway, thanks for watching. Hit the like button if you liked the video, dislike it if you didn't. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, ding the bell button if you want to know when we're uploading. Follow me on Twitter at ShutInBakas. Leave a comment down below saying what you liked about non-Biyori, and just share the love. It's a great show. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.